this is grade 4 mathematics and the concept is of chapter 1 shapes. We are dealing with the concept 1.1 circle and its parts. We have seen in the previous classes line, segment and array. Let us recall once what is a line. See the pictures here shown. The picture line has the 2 points are shown with the arrows. The arrows it shown means it can extend in both the directions. A line has no end point. It is a straight one dimensional figure. It can extend endlessly in both the directions. Now see the line segment here. The line segment is shown with 2 dots. The line segment is shown with 2 dots. That means a line segment is having 2 endpoints. This line segment is also a part of a line, but it has only 2 endpoints. It cannot extend. It's a line segment is a part of a line with 2 endpoints. Now see ray. Have you seen the picture ray here? See the one for letter A, it's with a dot, and the other direction was shown with the arrow. That means it has one end point. It has the starting point. The other end it can extend indefinitely. But here line segment and array is also a part of a line. But the line segment is having 2 endpoints and array is having only one endpoint. Now let us discuss about closed and open figures. Closed and open figures. What is a closed figure? In that word only the meaning is a closed. Closed means all the corners are closed. Then we say it has a closed figure. That means what is a closed figure? A figure whose line segments or curves are connected. They start and end at the same point. What is meant by line segments here? The square is drawn with the lines, isn't it? All the line segments are closed. From one point will start, again the other end will come to the starting point. All the 4 corners are closed. So we'll say it has a closed figure. See the next picture here, one end is opened. It was starting at one point and ending at the other point. So we'll say this as an open figure. What is an open figure? A figure whose line segments or curves do not meet. They do not start and end at the same point. Observe here, they are starting at one point, ending at the other point. So we say it has an open figure. Now is it clear what is a closed figure? All the line segments should be connected with each other. They should start and end at the same point. What are open figures? Line segments they are not connected with the starting and ending point. They are starting at different point and ending at the different point. So we'll say them as open figures. Now what are 2D shapes? What are 2D shapes? 2D means 2-dimensional shapes. The 2-dimensional shapes are square, rectangle, circle, triangle, oval and so on. Many are there. What are 2D shapes? Square, rectangle, circle, triangle, oval and so on. Now 2D. 2D means why we are saying 2D? They are having 2-dimensional. 2-dimensional means, here observe the figure here, the rectangle and a square. The one end it's having a length and the other end it's having a width. These two will say it has a 2-dimensional figures. Here line and line segment are there. They are having only one direction. So these are, we'll say it has 1-dimensional shapes. But if the 2D shapes means 2-dimensional. 2-dimensional shapes means they are having a length and a width. So we'll say it has a 2D shapes. The 2D shapes are rectangle, circle, triangle, square and oval and so on. Is it clear, children? Here observe the circle here. Let us learn about the circle. Here the rectangle is closed with the line segments. Rectangle is also with line segments. Triangle is also line segments. But circle is with the curves. It was closed with the curves. Now let us learn about a circle. Let us take a white paper. Used to draw a circle with a bangle, a coin, a bottle lid, a ring, any round object, isn't it? Draw a circle on a white paper. Cut the round shape like this. A round shape paper will be cutting it. What do we get here? A round circle shaped paper is there, isn't it? Now fold the paper into two parts. How do you fold? Exactly center, fold the paper like this. If we fold the paper like this, observe here. What we got? A half circle, isn't it? The half part of the circle. If you see this paper, it's a complete circle. If you make into two halves, then we'll get a half circle. If make into three halves, then how we'll get here? The quarter part of a circle. Here see, the blue color part is a quarter part of a circle. Now observe how many parts you'll get for a circle. One is a, see one part will say it has 1/4. 1/4 here we have made the, with the paper cutting we made the circle into two parts, and for one part we are making into 1/4 and the other part with the 1/4 part of a circle. Is it clear, children? Now what is it? You just take a white paper, cut the round edges, make a circle shape and fold the circle into two parts, then we'll get a half circle. If we'll make the circle into three parts, then we get a quarter part of a circle. And these are the parts of a circle. How do we get the parts of a circle? Let us see the parts of a circle. What we are going to learn now? The parts of a circle. How many parts of a circle will be there? What is a half circle? How do we get a semicircle? All this we'll learn it. What is the center of the circle? Let us see. The center point, the middle point of a circle, we'll say it has a center point of a circle. From this center to any part we will draw a line segment. Why we are saying a line segment? Because it's having two endpoints. Then we'll say it has a, they all will be at a same distance from the center point to any edge of the circle. We'll draw a line here, see the lines here. I have marked the center as D. From D to A I am drawing D to B, D to C and D to E. All these lines will be at a same distance from center to any point on edge of the circle. All will be equal. Now what is a center? The fixed point O of a circle is called its center. This point is at same distance from any point on the edge of the circle. On the edge of the circle means, see here the edges are E, C, B, A. On any edge of the circle we are marking a points. Now see the next one, radius. Now we are going to see radius. Radius means just it's a length. If we'll take the radius of circle, the length of the circle, from center to any part of a circle, they all will be at a same length. Here we are taking a line segment from center to other part of the circle. Isn't it? This line segment is called as a radius. See here, one more different angle, different part of the circle we are taking. From the center to other part of a circle, it marked as AB. This is also a radius of the circle. See what is a radius? The line segment. Why we are saying a line segment? It's having two endpoints. So the line segment drawn from the center to any edge of the circle is called its radius. If we'll take here, see, I have taken two line segments. Here from one part to the other part of the circle, from center to the other part of the circle. See, observe the line segments. One is common point, the center to other part of a circle and the from center to the other part of a circle. Here I am taking two radius. So, we'll say it has a radii. If we take more than one, then we'll say it has a radii. The plural form of radius is radii. We can draw any number of radii in a circle. The length of radius is same for a circle. All radii of circle are of same length. Here for the center we have denoted by the letter O. Now for the radius we are denoting by letter small r. For the radius we are denoting by the letter small r. Next we are going to learn about a chord. Chord. What is a chord? Here from center to any part of the circle if we take, that is a radius. Here the chord, if we take any line segment to any part of a circle, any two parts of a circle, then we say it has a chord. What is a chord? A chord is a line segment. It's having two endpoints. So we'll say it has a line segment that joins any 2 points on a circle. Any 2 points on a circle. Observe the figure here. AB. These 2 points are at different around this circle. See, this line will say it has a chord. See the other picture, AC. And AC, these 2 points are taken on the circle. So, we'll say it has a AC is also a chord of a circle. And we can take from the center also. It can pass from the center to other part of the circle. That will say it has the biggest chord. The other name for a chord is if a line segment passes from the center to any part of a circle, then we'll say it has a diameter. See here, for the chord it was not passing from the center. From the any part of the circle it can pass. For the diameter, it should pass from the center to any part of a circle. Then we'll say it has a diameter. It is denoted by the letter D. Observe the figure here. It's passing from one part of a circle to another part of a circle from the center. So, we'll say it has a diameter. Here, observe the figure. Diameter means here, see, observe it. From center to other part of circle, we'll call it as radius. From the center to other part of circle, we'll call it as radius. Here, how many radius are there? 2 radius. When 2 radius are equal, then we get a diameter. That means diameter is nothing but it's equal to 2 times of radius. Let us see what is a diameter. A line segment drawn from one point to us on a circle to another and passing through the center is known as its diameter. Diameter is the longest chord. Why? It's passing from the center. So all the diameters are of same length. Why? Because it passes from the center of the circle. Diameter is denoted by the letter R. Diameter is equals to 2 times of radius. Why? Here see the figure. If you'll see from one point to the other, 1 radius. From one point to the other, 1 radius. If you join these 2 radius, we'll say it has 2 times of radius. Now we are going to see the inside parts of circle we have learnt. If the length of a circle, the outer part of a circle length, will say it has a circumference. See the arrows how it is shown? The outer part, the length of the circle will say it has a circumference of a circle. What is circumference? The length of a circle is called the circumference of the circle. If you draw all these parts in one circle, then what do we get? Now see. Now I am drawing in one circle radius, diameter, chord and circumference. See here, the green color line is radius. It's passing from the center to other point of the circle. The red color line is diameter. Diameter is denoted by letter D. The red one the line is passing from the center of the circle. Now see chord. It's passing from one end to the other end of the circle. The length of the circle, we'll call it as circumference. Now see the other picture. In a different way we have taken the radius from the center to the other part and the straight way we have taken. That is radius, diameter, chord. Now we have learned about the circle. If the full circle is, the complete circle is there, then we'll say it has a circle. If we draw a diameter in the center of the circle, if we make into 2 parts, the paper folding have shown, we'll make the folding into 2 parts, then we'll say it has a semicircle. See the picture here? The complete part will say it has a circle and the half will say it has a semicircle. These, without using a bangle or coin, we'll use a compass to draw the circle. Where do you get a compass? In a geometry box. How do it will be? Let us see. In a geometry box, what do we have? You all knows the scale, isn't it? The scale, these will say it has a protractor, set squares. 2 are there in the same shape. The other one, see here. This is the compass. Here, see here. Pencil holder will be there for this. One will be a needle point. And the other one, divider. We call it as a divider. This one is called as a divider. This one will call it as a divider. It's having 2 points here. Now for the compass, we'll have a pencil holder. For the compass, we'll be having a pencil holder inside it. We'll make the screw loose and we'll inside that and we'll tighten the screw. Then we'll draw a circle using this compass. Now onwards, we'll draw the circle using a compass. Then we'll get a center point radius. Exactly, we'll be getting it. Now what are the parts in a geometry box? What are the instruments in a geometry box? Compass, scale, protractor, divider and a set squares. Now let us see how to insert a pencil in a compass. See children here. One is a pencil holder. In that pencil holder we are inserting a pencil and we are tightening out the screw. Here this is a pencil, this is a hole for a pencil. Now this is a needle, the other end is had a needle. Here observe the screw here. This screw will say it has a hinge. This screw is called has a hinge. What hinge? What is this hinge? What for this hinge will be used? This hinge is used to tighten the compass. If we tighten the compass, then we can control the movement of these two arms. What are the two arms? One is a needle and a pencil holder. These two arms we can control using the hinge. Hinge, what is hinge? Hinge is used to tighten the compass to control the movement of its two arms. Pencil holder. What is it? Pencil holder means it holds the pencil. Using this pencil, we'll draw a circle. Using this pencil, we'll draw a circle. How to draw a circle? Let us see. Now see how to use this compass. Let us see how using this compass how to draw a circle. Now insert a insert a sharpened pencil in a pencil holder. Tighten the screw of the pencil. Tighten the screw of the pencil till the pencil is fixed tightly. It should be fixed. Now press down the needle. The needle with the other end needle is there. No, that needle you press down on a sheet of a paper. That needle where we are pressing it, that will say it has a center point. The point where the needle touches the paper is called the center of the circle. Now turn the arm holding the pencil. Using that the pencil holder will be there. No, turn that till we get the right to left or left to right. We should turn and then we'll get a circle. Now see, how do you draw a circle? First take the scale. Now they will be asking some length to draw a circle. Draw a circle of radius 4 centimeters if it is asked. That is means that radius 4 centimeters. We have to put a compass, insert a pencil inside the compass. Now take a scale. The needle should be placed on 0 and the pencil should be placed on the number. How much radius they have asked us? At that radius we have to place the pencil. Now did we get it here? The length is 4 centimeters exactly. Take the length of the pencil. Now remove that. Take out the scale. Now bring that compass. Put on in the middle of the paper. The needle should be placed in the middle of the paper. With the pencil holder, you should start from right to left to draw a circle, or left to right. From right to left, we'll be moving out the circle. We'll draw the circle. Then if you'll keep a skip the center point, if you'll place the scale and the other end of the circle place and draw a line. If you measure, it will be exactly 4 centimeters. Now if you find from the center to any end of any part of the circle, we'll get a radius as 4 centimeters. Is it clear, children, how to draw a circle of radius if it is given some other length? If radius may be 5, 10, if whatever they may give, just put the needle point on the scale at 0. Now the pencil holder at whatever the number they has given, from that point you should draw a circle. Is it clear? Thank you.